All right, one finger workouts. These are great exercises for just basic timing and developing more coordination with each individual finger, right? I like to think of it as like how a drummer sometimes will only work on one drumstick at a time before adding it all together. That's kind of what we're doing here with these one finger workouts. We're working on the rhythms and the rhythmic control of each individual finger before we start putting everything together with rolls. All right, so we're going to start off by playing whole notes, okay? We're going to be counting 4 beats for each measure because we're in the time signature of 4/4, which means we play 4 quarter notes per measure. So the quarter notes get 1 beat, and there's 4 of them in each measure, all right? So we're going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, but just playing on beat 1 for these whole notes. It kind of rings through all of that. Whole notes last for 4 beats, right? So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And we want to make sure that whenever we're playing this with the Tune Fox player, we don't want to start too fast because as we go through it, we're going to get to quicker and quicker rhythms. And if we start really fast, it's going to be out of control by the end of this thing. So we want to make sure that we start slow. I think the basic setting should be 65 beats per minute. We may want to start even as low as 50, okay? One thing you'll notice about this and the way I played it is that after I played the note, I didn't leave my thumb out here in the air until it was time to play the next one, right? I prepared it and brought it back over top of that G string in the air before I need to play the next one. This is something that's tough, but is going to help your speed and your smoothness so much if you can commit to doing it. It's a string, it's called a pick reset. 2, 3, 4. So reset the pick. Ideally, we're resetting it in the air just above the string so we don't kill the sustain, right? But actually, when you're first starting, this may be a good way to kind of develop control because you can really feel the pick come back and touch the string. All right. Now, when we get to the half notes, we're still going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So just with quarter notes, but we're going to play and pick on beats 1 and 3. Sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, again, trying to reset that pick, but now that I'm playing notes faster, I have to reset the pick quicker. So basically, I'm resetting on beats 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even quicker if you can. All right, now starting in measure 9, we're just on quarter notes. So for every 1, 2, 3, 4 that we count, we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we're going to play eighth notes. We're going to have to count a little bit differently because we're going to be playing beats in between these numbered beats. So in between 1 and 2, we're going to be saying and. In between 2 and 3, saying and. We're going to say and in between all these. It sounds like this when we count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you struggle with timing, count out loud. I can't tell you how much it's going to help you, but you have to commit to it and you have to do it, okay? Don't count in your head, especially when you're starting. You're going to get off time and you're not going to notice it unless someone else is in the room. I notice it so much with the students that I teach. Whenever they count in their head, they're usually getting off time. Whenever they count out loud, they're usually on time, or if nothing else, they notice when they get off. And that may be one of the biggest benefits to counting out loud is you increase your own awareness of your timing. So please do it. It'll help a bunch, especially if you struggle with steady beat. All right, so I'm going to play some of those eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, now when we get to the triplets, we're going to count that 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, this one's a little bit tricky. So Counting is good, but also repetitive listening is great as well. With any of these, as you can see, we've got 4 repeating measures for each of these little sections, but you can just hit the focus feature on just one of those measures and then just play it kind of over and over. But not only can you play with it, you can listen to it. And sometimes that's going to be the even better thing to do, is just that repetitive listening to get the timing of it, right? And then counting along as well before playing and while playing, right? So the triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, right? We could also vocalize this rhythm in a different way, just with a 3-syllable word. So we could say chocolate, 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 and that can help us keep track. All right, now we're going to go to these 16th notes. All right, and we're going to be counting these 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and all right. Now, since we're playing these notes that are really, really fast, the thing that you'll have to notice about your reset is you want it to be obviously very quick, but we want to keep the range of motion in our pick really small. So we don't want to pick the note and then get really far away from the string. We want to pick, and then almost as soon as it leaves the string, bring it back over, right? And sometimes this pick reset, you might need to practice that just on its own, right? Just getting that motion, because a lot of this is, it's not just learning timing, it's not just learning the right notes, but there are these micro kind of muscle movements happening that we need to practice, and we need to try out and get used to. They're new, they can be weird, but we just keep trying, keep practicing, and go at a speed or a rate that suits wherever we happen to be as players. All right, so I'm going to play a little bit of these 16th notes here. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and right. Once you get all these little pieces down individually, definitely we want to try to go through this exercise top to bottom, right? And if you can do that, you're going to end up with really great rhythmic control over your thumb, and you're going to be in great shape for the other things that you play. Make sure to try this also with the index finger and the middle finger for these 1-finger workouts. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it helps. Keep picking and stay tuned.